They say that knowledge is power, but we say only if you know where to get it. We are the Council, and welcome to the Gossup, where we bring the whispers, the facts, and the stories that matter. Stay locked in. Welcome, everyone, to the Gossup. What
Welcome.
You gotta say?
Hello.
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you was gonna keep talking, so that's why I was just listening and saying hello.
Well,
since she's been MIA.
That's what I was gonna say.
Y'all missed me.
Just a little
you
bit.
know,
just a teeny bit. Just a bit.
Yeah. It's you know what? It's good to have guests that come. And we did have Leslie. She came again.
Did she? Oh, I was like, who came?
Yeah. Leslie
Okay.
came again. But, you know, there's nothing like the Three Amigos.
Okay.
So, you know, it's good, though, to have other people and kind of get their take on, you know, what it is that we're doing, especially in the infant stage of our show. Because, well, we're not infants, I don't think. I think we probably trying to crawl.
Right.
Well,
We walking.
okay. Well, we walking, y'all.
We
Walk it
cha-cha
out.
and
Now walk it out.
everything.
Now walk it out.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
We are so happy to have you guys join and accompany us on this evening of the Gossup. We got a lot of things on the show that we want to talk about, but first and foremost, I want to know, how are the ladies doing?
I am doing good. I'm a little jet lagged and tired right now, but I am actually really good.
Okay.
No complaints.
Okay. Awesome. Traveler.
Yes. Just got back from 116 degrees. Late last night, 116 degrees. That you know that's hot. When it's 6 a.m. it's 116. Midnight is 116.
Oh my goodness.
That's hot.
It's hot. So I be hot and miserable. But I'm back home happy. It was raining today. It was much cooler here. And I was enjoying the rain. I stood out in it when I first got outside today. I was like, thank you, Jesus, for this rain. Because it was hot. You know,
I know.
Phoenix don't have no rain. They be complaining with a little moisture if it hits. I'm like, please hit me on the head with something. With some moisture.
My goodness. She loved her Minnesota.
I know. I can tell you, like last year, I went home for the 4th of July, Louisiana, that is. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to die. I was sweating bullets. It was just dripping. I'm like, ooh, wait, this is bad. My pen is wet.
She go deep.
I'm telling you, girl, it was so hot. I was like, I probably smell like 4 Billy Goats, baby.
Oh my.
It was, woo, they got the little fans blowing. They blowing nothing but hot
air.
I'm like, just turn it off. Just turn it off, man.
They was preserving up on that air condition?
We was outside.
Oh,
so, yeah.
okay.
And we
that
had a
made it even
pool.
better.
Yeah.
We had a swimming pool.
they
And our
had a-
pool was hot.
See, it don't even.
Yeah.
We had one of those. They had a water slide last year. They had a water slide out there. I'm like, I'm not getting on the water slide because I might break a bone or two. I'm too young for to be on that water slide.
Oh my goodness.
But me myself, I'm doing awesome. Yeah, it's been a pretty nice and productive week.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm happy and hey, ready for the show.
Well, I'm ready for
How
the
about
show
you?
too. I've been doing really good. On this past weekend, I had attended a family reunion.
Always fun. They always fun.
That's always fun. I just want to give a shout out to Frankie. That's my mother-in-law in love. You know, although I'm not married anymore, we are still a close unit. You know, Kenya, Latrice, the kids, my dad. all of y'all good folks. Huh?
Was it local?
It was here. Yeah. Yep. It was at my mother-in-law's home. And it was fantastic. We had a really good time. Yep. Yeah. So it was good. So wanted to say shout out to the Jones family reunion. Anyways, y'all, because they acting like they don't even care. But
I'm asleep in my head.
I was like, that was nice.
It was.
Somehow we act like we don't care.
Yeah, we care.
But
You
they was sitting there
messy.
like,
I think you being a little messy.
All right.
You being a little messy. That's all that
just
is.
because y'all didn't have a reunion. All right.
Mine it starts on the 25th of this month. We have our
That
family
is
reunion
right.
that I am hosting here locally in the Twin Cities.
Okay.
All right.
Yes.
Designer. I know it's going to be fantastic.
No.
I want to get a little glimpse
It's going
of
to
it.
be off the chain. So, yes. I'm
right.
excited.
You said, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because
that's
I'm
awesome.
competitive too. So, it has to
Lord.
be the best.
Oh, God.
Well, if we see fireworks, we know it's coming from Charlize's family reunion.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness. And speaking of fireworks, anyway, we ain't even going to talk about fireworks because we ain't celebrated. Well, I did kind of celebrate with the kids. We took them to Valley Fair.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
And they had a good time. So, yeah. So I do want to say that. But
You got that
top
head
story,
shaking stuff. That
top
don't look
story,
good.
yeah,
Aw.
of today. We're getting started, council, with the show. And the top story of today, we've spoken about this, oh my goodness, probably about 4 times, about little Manny Jordan Collins. Yeah. Reports have it that they did arrest a suspect this week on Monday. And unfortunately, the suspect was who everybody assumed that it was the father.
Oh.
He did get arrested, and he's on a $2 million bond. And it's just really sad. The editor who does our editing for the show, he kept saying the picture again, because every time we've spoken about it, we've posted up his picture about him. And I think he was saying it because anyway, we was hoping for the best.
Exactly.
So it's like you really hope for the best. And then when you unfortunately find out about that is somebody as a family member, it is very unfortunate. So our prayers go out to Manny's mother and her family. And oh my goodness, everybody that's affiliated from the search team, because during that time, everybody, I believe, was affected by it. If you're searching, if you are doing phone calls, investigating. So we just
being a mother, being a mother yourself, you know what I'm saying? That affects you. Be like, that could be my child, so it is.
And the mom early on, right away, I think, I said this before, she said right away that she didn't feel alive. And that she felt that. I remember people had right away jumped on her and tried to make her a suspect because she said that. She was speaking about him right off the bat and kind of passing, but she felt it in her spirit. She was that in tune with her son. She knew something was totally wrong, something was totally off, and I feel like she really felt that in her spirit, and was just really waiting on them to confirm what she already knew, what she already felt, what she already knew, which is probably even harder once you really you still deep down was probably holding out hope. But she said it. She said she didn't feel like he was coming back.
And I did see a little snippet of an interview that she did, and she said that she was relieved to finally, I believe, well, allegedly, because I'm only speaking if it was me, that he unfortunately his dad was arrested, because if he did do it, whoever did it, they said that he was chopped up and dismembered even before he was, and dumped him in the, well, I don't want to go into detail because I know that this is a sensitive situation, and we want to be careful with our viewers on YouTube. And I just want to say that we really want to send our prayers out to the family. I don't want to give details because how sensitive the case is.
It's very heinous. Well,
yeah.
Yes.
And that's probably the worst way you would want to know that a family member, especially your child, left this earth in that heinous way. And then to know that he was treated as if he was trash and disposable and be found in a landfill. It's probably even worse. It's so many levels to it. But yeah, prayers to the whole community, but especially that family and that mama. It's really sad. It's very tragic. He's very handsome.
He was a handsome young man. Yeah, with a future and promise, for a life ahead of him. He did have a girlfriend too, and he loves
taking
sports.
It very, very hard. Her uncle, I know her uncle. She is, truly devastated. She was one of the last people to hear from him. So, and being young and think you're fully in love and all those things. Yeah,
thinking you're gonna live forever. And then this happens.
So it's tragic. It's devastating.
We just want to say R.I.P. to Manny and his family. Yep. So I don't know how we can switch to another note, but
well, I always say our memories are our life. So even though his life is cut short, there's still life within those memories. People really live and then they talk through those memories.
And that's a good perspective.
That's really the prayer, is that when their family or the girlfriend or whoever, when he lives in those memories and they can laugh and sing and have all the stuff because he's still living in all those moments. They lived with him.
Right.
And you can always, those are a lifetime. Those they don't go away.
That's
so they still live. Our memories are our life. And that's why it's important that we create them while we're alive with whoever.
That's an awesome perspective. Thanks for flipping it on that positive note, because I was kind of choked up, y'all. I was just in my thought process of thinking about it. I honestly did get, I'm normally not at a loss for words because I be talking, but I am kind of choked up as it pertains to something like this that is so devastating. But so yeah, thanks for flipping it. On the coin on the head and not the tail. Well, guys, let's talk about relationships.
Right.
Because here, that's what we do at the Gossup. We talk about all kind of relationships. Good, bad,
ugly,
happy, sad. That's right.
Right.
Amazing.
So I want to ask you guys a question, and you guys too. You can chime in, even on the replay, because we want to read your comments and we want to communicate with our people. So true or false, ladies? Do you guys think that looks really matter. Now, from your perspective, I want to get like, because we're a little bit, I would call polished. We not too polished, but we're a little seasoned. So
flavorful.
Yes. So I want to get two perspectives. When you were younger and now. So do looks matter? Anybody can chime in first.
I will say no. I mean, yay and nay. I would say if I have someone that treats me like a queen, but his looks is not all of that, I would not care. But I would say on the other flip side of it, I mean, it just can't be just dog ugly when, you know what I'm saying? I just so happen just turn over and I'm like, are you jumping? You know, I'm like, you just so happen like jumping. Like, what you jumping for? I'm like, damn. Ooh. But he treats me good. You know what I'm saying? You be like, ooh.
They become handsome.
So that's why I say it's kind of a little flip. Not no disrespect to Flavor Flav, but not that one. Girl. Not that kind.
You mean you couldn't turn over and be like, Flavor Flav?
Y'all gonna get in trouble. Y'all get
gargoyle.
Oh my goodness. But
no. If I brought Flavor Flav,
she calling names,
calling my man ugly. No, when I was younger, yeah, I think it was important to me. It was important to me. You know, you have your type and what you thought was cute when you were younger. My taste changed over time, thank God. But as an adult, I won't say it doesn't matter at all because it do to a degree. But I have learned at this big age that I can overlook many things that I would never have overlooked physically in the past, especially because if he, like you said, if he's treating me like a queen, that's more attractive to me than anything. It's actually way more attractive than the looks, because you can have these fine men who treat you like garbage. They are straight trash. And you went just after his looks and he's beating your tail. He's treating you like a dog, talking to you in any kind of way. He think he look better than you, all the things. And so that doesn't matter to me. It really is about how he treats me, how I feel when I'm with him. Because if he's considered ugly, because beauty's in the eye of the beholder. For somebody, he looks good.
That's right.
To me, he might be so, but he becomes beautiful to me. He looks very handsome to me by the way he treats me. And you'll start finding the beauty within his face or within whatever it is that's considered a little different for you. I start finding beauty in it based on how he treats me. Now, I have to still be able to look at you. Like you said, it can't be coming with a big old no. And I would prefer that you have all your teeth, or you have the means
my goodness.
to get a new set of teeth.
At least most of them.
And the hygiene, the oral hygiene is all together, because that's really important to me. But there was a guy. I'm just gonna say this real quick, so I know you ready to go on. And we're gonna ask you what you think too. There was a guy once before who I had met, and I had, we had been talking online, and then we had been talking over the phone. Really nice, and we had actually been FaceTiming, that type of thing, like that. And we even met in person briefly, but we were both in our cars, type of thing. He never got out the car. I never got out the car, but it was just real quick. We were passing by and saying hi to each other. The whole time he was in a wheelchair, and I didn't know. He never had let on that he was in a wheelchair. He had been paralyzed, had an accident, was paralyzed, and had been really working hard to get back mobile. But he didn't say that right off the bat. And I had already really started digging this person. And he dropped off one day. He was just kind of like, oh, you know. And I think he was scared that I was going to, once I found out that he was in a wheelchair, that I would just automatically be turned off. And I had to think about that for a little bit. Would I have been turned off just by him being in a wheelchair or not? Even though, once I found out that he was in it, I still was willing to go on a date because we had such a good time with each other, and I just wanted to get to know him a little bit more. So I think it's really how somebody treats me, you know, that you'll end up overlooking things that you can't overlook everything, but some things you might overlook because it's the way you feel and are treated is way more important than the way he looks.
And probably do wonders with no leg.
That's so he said.
Allegedly.
He's like, it's working. It's just the 2 legs.
Oh my gosh.
The third one works.
And I'm trying to get the 2 legs back to working. But anyway. But I think that was hard for him because he's been so used to being abandoned by women because of that.
That's interesting.
But yeah.
That's really, really interesting. I mean, you know, you real bougie. I couldn't see you with somebody that. Anyway, I'm just saying. I'll say that off the air, but I just wanted to. Well, shoot, I'm gonna say it on the air. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing her, you know, pushing somebody around in a chair.
He could push himself. He had big arms. He was drunk. He probably could push himself just fine. It sounded like he was extremely mobile. It was just that. And then I would have found that out at some point.
Right.
And but that wasn't the breaker for me right away. I was just like,
that's awesome.
What I realized is like, though, that's gonna always be your hang up.
Right.
So it ain't gonna work because you're gonna always for some reason that's gonna be a thing for you.
Going around other people, if y'all going out together or something, just maybe even mingling around other people, it probably would be a something.
Yeah,
like,
he need to work on his confidence some more.
Yeah,
because that's important. Confidence is sexy to me. It's important.
It is definitely, and there are plenty people that are in wheelchairs that are dating and married. And, because in my research, when I'm, doing my research on relationships, I come across lots of stories of people and they're talking about how they met and how, they get married. And it's people of all kinds of, that have all kinds of stories and backgrounds. So, yeah, that's good. I agree, ladies. As well, but looks do matter to me a little. I'm just not gonna pretend like that it don't matter, but not to the degree of being shallow. Yeah, because in the beginning, when I was younger, that was a thing for me. But as I've gotten older and more mature, thinking, healthy minded, that's not a big thing. Yep. But I was asking that because I did a little research and they talked about how appearance for women is a priority, and partly because of society today and how men now are looking at women because they have so many choices to swipe, and they have so many opportunities to speak to people from all over the world, and women do too.
Yes.
But there is this fear, they say, that some women think that they gotta be faster, they gotta be stronger, they gotta be, their hair gotta be longer, it gotta be straighter, and beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
For
And
sure.
so in my studies, they talked about how women, when they go out on the first dates, they make great effort to make sure that their nails are done and feet, and everything is well put into place, but not everybody. And then they said that after a while, once they get into the relationship and then they get kind of relaxed, a lot of the times men will leave them. For the study that I have done, they were saying that a lot of relationship, they found that the relationship comes to an end. And I don't know if I didn't dig real deep into it, so I didn't know whether it's because of maybe depending upon how much makeup they put on or how sassy they want to look, because back when we were in my era, Halle Berry was a big deal, and she is a beautiful woman even to this day, and she was the standard at one point of beauty for African American women in Hollywood. But she was with Eric Benet, it didn't work. She was with Eddie Murphy, it didn't work. It was just, was and people were trying to figure out, like, what happened? She's so beautiful, and I don't know her, but I believe that she's probably a very sweet lady, but the men, have lots of choices. And even in Hollywood, they had lots of choices. So maybe, she didn't walk around looking like fashion fair all day afterward. You see her in the movie like that, but when you see her at home, it may be a different story.
You don't look like that.
Nope. Maybe. I mean,
Most
but
don't.
some people sleep, like some women.
I know some
They
people that sleep with
they
makeup on. Oh my goodness.
No.
Can't look at their own self. They cannot stand to see their own self yet, or don't want him to see the real.
Exactly.
Right.
That's what it
Then
is.
when
Yeah.
they have to go to sleep with the makeup on.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I wasn't gonna say this, but I saw a actress that was here, and I'm not gonna say whether they live here or not, because I'm not trying to say who it is, but I saw her several times in stores around. What?
I'm petty. I'm gonna say the name, but
And
I don't know what you're talking about.
She don't know who I'm talking about, but this person, you couldn't even tell who she was because she looked like,
A commoner.
yes, yep. So, and I was kind of happy about that. I don't know if she's purposely doing that, but I was kind of happy about that because, it kind of shows that I think she probably is a lady. I'm not for sure, but more down to earth than Hollywood, because this person could still be in Hollywood, if they wanted to. Very talented and gifted. So
Well, Hollywood is an illusion.
it is.
So most of who you see is not who they are. They're illusion all day long.
And that's what I was
team,
saying. She
yeah.
wasn't fake.
Right.
She's what you
You
see
see is what you get.
Yeah. I'm not saying that's her because I don't really know her personally, but when I see her, I don't even bother her or anything. I mean, we did speak to each other as we were passing one another, but I didn't try to, bother her. Yeah. But I was like, oh, okay. She's just, living her life. So
And
I
should.
that's right. So I just want to say that the statistics say that women spend about 4 hours per day on their appearance. And men spend 3.6 hours on their appearance. And I believe this appearance is coming from like working out. You know, it's more than just putting clothes on. So it's like working out, getting facials, getting your hair done and nails, and you know, on those days that you do that. And so they on average, studies have shown that women spend approximately 4 hours per day. That's definitely not me, because I'm more of like a country girl, so, and I'm proud of it too. Yeah. So with that, y'all got any comments about that?
That's pretty interesting, though.
Yeah, it's a long time to spend on your appearance. I definitely don't.
Yes, she do. She spent a lot of time on that appearance.
I don't. Actually, I am in and out the shower quick. If I put on makeup that day, I'm quick at putting on makeup. I don't spend a lot of time on that. I don't spend a lot of time. I can say, and I'm known for being ready in an hour.
I believe that. I believe that.
I can get in and out in an hour and be good or less.
Well, Tammy can't, because she was voted the best dressed, and she's a teacher. I mean, you know, I'm like, what? I thought that was for students. She been out of school and college, and she was voted best dressed.
But it still don't take me no 4 hours, baby. It do not. Give me an hour or so, I'm done. Hour and a half at the most. It depends. If it's early in the morning, it may take me a little longer in the morning, because I got to think about it. I'm not a morning person. So I got to probably start and start thinking about something else. Like, oh, I'm supposed to be getting ready. Okay, let me get back. Let me start back and get ready. I'm not the morning person. I be at work I got to be at work at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I'm there, but literally I wake up about 10. But I'm there though. That's right.
Okay, well, we want to know what you guys think. Is appearance a big deal? And just why is it? You know, truthfully, because here we want to be educated, as well as figuring out that we're educating y'all on something, hopefully. But yeah, we would love to hear, you know, the thoughts of the council viewers, because it's really important to know what's going on. You know, the times have changed so much that one day we saying this, the next day is outdated. We saying something else. You know, one day we doing this.
To the point where you can just walk out with a bonnet and some house shoes on. So I don't see the 4 hours because these days we walking around in bonnets, house shoes, and a robe.
Yes, especially working at a
pajamas.
School. That's what you see, pajamas.
And these be adults.
And a sweater. They come on with some plaid pajama pants and a sweater.
Well,
or any kind of.
They don't be caring about appearance at all, but you.
Sweater.
But
and
they
a
will
bonnet, like you said.
A bonnet, but they will put some eyelashes on.
Oh yeah.
With that bonnet, that's the thing that gets me. Look, that's a whole nother conversation about appearance. But I feel like in this day and age, now I can see earlier on, years ago, maybe 4 hours, but this day and age, please, it don't even take 10 minutes.
Well, I think
they're not even brushing their teeth. They just rolling out of bed.
Oh my goodness. Allegedly. She don't know that.
I see the caked up teeth. Oh my goodness.
Well, no, I'm thinking that they're talking more so of a little bit, you know, people that are in their 20s to, you know, on up.
They fit that same category.
Oh, okay.
That's exactly who I'm talking about. Like, they don't care. They just get out, still have snot in their eyes and stuff. You just be like, what?
Oh my goodness.
Do you realize you out in the streets? You meant to come out like this?
You guys.
And be trying to date and holler at somebody with a bonnet on.
They so judgy.
Yes,
I know this.
I'm judging you.
I know this one place I go to. It be this girl to be up in there with this bonnet on all the time. Be like, do you know what? Do you ever ever comb your hair? Do you ever? It'd be like, and do you ever catch that water? Do you?
And it's like, do you have hair? Is the bonnet the new wig? Like, is that the new wig? Because you can't tell if they have hair or not. Because the bonnets are even getting longer and longer. And they be slinging it like it's hair. Girl, okay. Let's move on.
Thanks, ladies. Well, we want to celebrate somebody who probably don't wear a bonnet. Maybe they do. Our couple of this week is none other than Zendaya and her boyfriend / fiance, Tom Holland.
Look at that.
Yes.
Oh, really?
That's right.
Oh.
So, for those of you who don't know who Zendaya is, we're celebrating the younger couples here, and we celebrate married and unmarried couples. We just want to see y'all together.
For the record, real quick, one of your young couples just split up that y'all just talked about recently.
But we can keep moving.
We'll come back to that because we need to make some corrections.
Minds
I
wanna
said
know.
it wasn't gonna laugh. But,
Oh.
okay, but
I know exactly who you're
Zendaya.
talking about. Yeah. So Zendaya, oh my goodness. For you guys who don't know, she's an actress, model, producer, dancer, and she started her career off in Disney on a show called Rocky Blue, or I think she was Rocky Blue on the show. She also played in Shake It Up, The Greatest Showman, Spider-Man Homecoming, and this, everybody was talking about this when it came out, the HBO series Euphoria. She was on that show, and she's such a great actress. That show was interesting. I didn't watch all of it. I watched a little taste of it, but yeah, but she's a very, very good actress. And then you have Tom Holland. For those of you who don't know who he is, he played Peter Parker in Spider-Man. Yep. Marvel Comic Universe. He also played in the Captain America, Civil War, Avengers, Endgame, The Impossibles.
All the action stuff.
Yes,
got somebody.
all of the action stuff. So they met
new Tom Cruise.
and Tom Cruise.
No, I said he's the new.
Oh,
Tom
the new
Cruise
Tom
of this
Cruise.
generation.
Oh yeah, yep. So they met on the set of Spider-Man. So when they met in 2016,
Wow.
yeah, they were friends, and then they confirmed their relationship in 2021 to people and got engaged just recently. Yep. So hey, I want to say hats off to the young Zendaya.
That's right.
Because not only, yeah, she's a young, beautiful actress in Hollywood. And Tom, hats off to you for snatching up a good one. She's a young actress, and she won an Emmy Award for, I think, the youngest. It was something about her being the youngest Emmy Award winner for something. Yeah, so she still holds that record because she's still young. And one fun fact about both of these guys is they both got matching tattoos. Yep. So Tom has a Z on his ribcage, and Zendaya has a T.
Oh.
Yep.
The matching tattoo.
I have a matching tattoo. I do. Yep. It's
How
a
about
family. It's a family. It's not of a guy. It's not with a guy, but yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
Oh, would I do that? I'm foolish enough to do that because I am very adventurous. I love to just go out there and do even if we were hanging out and we stop at a little shop, very spontaneous.
Yes.
So, if they said, let's get a tattoo, I'm like, okay, cool. I get it right here on a little piece of one. That's right.
Can you put that on the bottom of my foot? I want it on the heel,
Just in case.
How about you?
I have no tattoos.
Really?
I have never had one. I always have wanted one. Maybe if it was with my husband, probably would. And I also think when people get the ring tattoo is really cute.
Yeah.
I would probably want that.
That
But
hurts
I have
probably.
never,
I
ever
know
had
that
a
hurts.
tattoo. And I've been wanting a big one. But I do. I want a tattoo. I'm too scared to do it.
What?
Mhm.
It can actually be an addiction. Once you get
She
one,
knows.
She got a bunch of tattoos.
Woo! I think
Look at the leg.
I know. I think it's my my diagnosis that I have that I only got that one. But if it been for that, baby, I would have had a few. I was like, oh, that didn't really hurt at all.
Wow.
Yeah, it can be
Tammy
an
is
addiction.
super strong. She really is. She can take a mean punch. Allegedly.
I can, girl. I can take a mean punch and
she
still be
definitely-
standing now.
So I could see that you would be wearing, you would do more than one tattoo. And tattoos can be, addictive to some people. I only have 2, and that's where I'm, unless I meet my Mr. Right, and
Do-Right.
we can do something spontaneous, like get some tattoos. But in other news, let's play some games, y'all.
Let's do
Alright,
it.
Game time.
Game time.
All right. Let's do it.
Let's play.
Here at the Gossup, we always do short reviews on storytellers that have some interesting stories, and we give our input, and hopefully you guys will be able to also, because we want to hear what y'all think about these shorts that we're doing. So during this game time, we normally have our paddle, which is a Love Bomb Bus paddle, and a Sweet Old Sugar Crush paddle. Did somebody steal them paddles?
I'm thinking
Who took
so.
'em? Maybe it was the person that was in my chair
I
took it.
think a
See?
buster took them paddles.
Like that one that's sitting like second to my right or something. I'm not pointing no fingers or nothing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not, I mean, did I say that?
Yes, you
Oh,
said that.
I'm sorry. My bad. Oh. Let's talk about the game time.
We will continue.
Y'all lost the paddles while I was away.
No, I don't know.
I haven't had them in like 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Well, one of the reasons why is because we've been doing a different game time.
That's
But,
right.
We always want to let people know truth. You a buster or you a sweetheart. Sweetheart. So in this game time, I ask a series of questions, multiple choice. And well, actually I'll ask a question and then they'll choose from multiple choice answer, and hopefully it would be the correct answer of what the story time is about.
I feel like we need to start
Right.
putting
And
money on
the
this.
cancels also get a chance to put their comments.
That's
on.
right. So instead of doing A, B, and C, I changed everything to 1, 2, and 3. Yep. So, and you're right, Charlize. Charlize, she's a gambler. She's gonna say we should put some money.
I think we need to put some money on
Well,
it.
it would be between you and Tammy. I'll hold the money. I'll hold the money.
Yes, I can use a little lunch money.
Okay. That ain't much.
I don't want lunch. I
Okay.
need a vacation.
Well, you gonna be working for a long time. What kind of work?
Some lobster or something. Good
Something about this
seafood.
game time and trying to get on a vacation.
Oh my goodness. Here we go, ladies. So, picture this. You're out on the first date. Mm-hmm. And your date just started talking. And they're just going. And they're telling you about their family. And they're sharing things about themselves. And this is your first date. What would you do? Would you think that they just want to get all of the family business out of the way and just tell you everything so that you'll know them from top to bottom? Or would you think that they're very friendly and they just overshare? Or would you think that there is something wrong with that person?
3, I would think something wrong, like they stuck on themselves. That's what I would think. And after that date, after we get done, I probably, depending on how I'm feeling, I might not want another conversation. That might be it, because I don't want the conversations to always be about you and your family. Can I say something? I think this is supposed to be, what I'm saying? We're sharing things together. We're getting to know one another, not just me knowing all about you and you know sheets about me. How about me, partner? Hello, Bob. I'm here, Bob. I'm here too, Bob. Let me say something.
It's Bob.
You sitting
Bobby.
Sitting at the date doing this, raising your hand. Can I say something? Like, teacher, pick me. Teacher, pick me. No.
Put me in the game, coach.
Well, the way my ADHD is set up. No, if we're vibing and we're both telling each other about our families, maybe you had a good connection. Maybe he really just wants you to know about his family so you know what you might be walking into. When it comes to, I think it's according to what it is. So, I think it's 1. I don't think something's wrong with him because he's telling me about his family. Because a lot of people, some men are just going to keep super quiet about their family, ain't going to say anything at all. So the fact that he's open and telling me about his family means he hopefully is comfortable with me.
He might be sitting there telling you, oh yeah, my family, we have a family company, and it grosses about so and so and so and so. So it could be like one of those kind of things.
Well, no,
I think
it's not that.
Saying, it's not really saying
I'm just
what.
saying,
it's not
like
really saying
it could
what
be
he's
that where
talking
you be
about,
like you trying to get it out the way.
Yeah, he could be trying to win you, make you think he got money. That type of. I don't know, but I kind of like to know people's backgrounds a little bit.
I do too.
Okay. Well, guys. Let's hear.
So 1.
Oh, so there was 1.
Actually, it's 3. But yeah, still 1.
Okay. So Charlisa says 1, and then Tammy says 2. 3.
No, I know we're both
3.
saying 3 now.
All right. So let's see. Here we go.
So I guess Tinder horror stories are all the rave right now, and I think this one's going to be tough to beat, okay? So I was talking to this girl for a couple days. We decided to get together, go out and get an appetizer. So I meet her, she looks like her photo's perfect. We sit down, and without me getting a word in, this girl starts going off, telling me about how most of her family members are in mental institutions with schizophrenia. Then she tells me this morbid story about watching her best friend die because he was driving drunk. Then she tells me that if she was to ever get pregnant, that she would keep it if it's a boy, but she wouldn't keep it if it's a girl, because she doesn't want to raise a girl in this society. So at this point, I excuse myself to the washroom, and I'm standing there looking at myself in the mirror, like, bro, like, you should just leave. Just walk out the door, it's fine. But I was like, nope, I invited her out, I'm going to see this through, I'll, pay the bill. So I go sit back down, and the food comes, and I've had, 2 or 3 bites, and she goes, do you know what eczema is? And I'm like, yeah, that's that rash that people get. She's like, yeah, so I have that on my feet. And I'm like, oh, sorry? Whatever, it's not a big deal, people get it. And she's like, want to see? I'm like, no, not really, a meeting right now. And she pulls out her phone and she starts showing me photos of the most disgusting, rotten feet I have ever seen. Oh, I'm still so traumatized. Anyway, I'm like, please stop. Like, I don't want to see this right now. And she just like keeps putting the phone in my face. Me like, no, look. And at this point, I'm like, this is a prank. Like, somebody has hired her. Maybe she knows one of my exes or something like that. Like, there's no way. But she just wouldn't stop. So anyway, I'd like get the bill, pay it, and I'm like it's time to go. So I'm waiting with her for her Uber to come at this point. And now she's like trying to come home with me. And I'm like, no, like this did not go well. Like, it's time for you to leave.
Well, Tammy was right. Whatever amount of money, if it was lunch money or
we
if
didn't
it
put
was
an amount down, and we didn't shake on it.
or Charlize is giving her some trip to some tickets
Give
to the
her
Bahamas
a
or
trip
something.
to Wendy's.
I'll take it.
So yeah, he
Frosty.
thought something was wrong with
I'll
her,
take it.
and so he just yeah.
Think something was wrong with her too.
The second she started talking about all the people being in the institution.
So
Like,
He should have started running right then.
so
church walk.
food for thought. If you're on a first date, make sure if your cousin Pookie just got out of jail or whatever, keep that to yourself first until you get to know the person a little bit more. And then, both of you guys can
I don't know.
share.
Tell me up front, because I don't want to be getting in with you, and then later on, I'm find out all the cray.
Okay. But you picked the wrong answer.
See, what if she didn't tell him all that crazy with the feet and all that, and then
making him
2 weeks, 3 weeks in, he's really into her, want to give her a foot rub, and then he has to find out, touch these nasty feet. Girl, please. Tell me. I mean, that's too much information, period, for anybody.
That's right.
But
that was
she started off saying
She
that
did
they
have a
had
point.
Some unsettled mentals.
Well, we're moving on to question 2. So, what if you went out on a date for the first time and you realize once you got to meet this particular person that they weren't quite honest on their profile? Would you continue on with the date and find a time to sneak away, and then as soon as you got that chance, you would just leave? Would you continue on with the date and then discuss your concerns later with that person? Or would you continue on with the date and give the person an opportunity, a chance? Because women lie on their profiles too.
I would continue on with my date so I can finish my meal. And I never like to leave a date crazy so that, we can just have a clean step away from each other. So I don't I would say the last one, I would continue. What is it?
You would continue dating and give.
Oh, I don't want to continue dating. I would continue my actual date.
Oh, okay. So then you would continue the date.
Finish it out and then just
discuss it later?
Ways.
Or
no, we just can go our separate ways if I wasn't feeling it.
That's not on there.
I know, but that's what.
But that's what you would do. Okay.
So no, we're not dating. So I would say.
But you would continue on with the date.
I continue on the date and we can discuss the concerns once I got safely home and all the stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
I would agree. I would do 2. Because it could be a reason behind, depending on what type of lies they are to. It could have been you said that you had a red car and your car is green.
Right.
Yeah. So I mean, like, what's your purpose behind that? So once I dig into it a little bit, then I can, determine after that whether I need to cut your ace off or are you okay? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Make you a doctor's appointment because you colorblind.
That too.
So both of you guys say that you would continue on with the date and then let the gentleman know later.
Yes.
Okay. Well, guys, let's see what happens.
Let me tell you about the funniest dating story I've ever had on a dating app. You know how this goes. So I had met this guy on a dating app and we said we were going to meet up. And if I do a dating app or something like that, I will meet you in the daylight in a parking lot because I don't need to get kidnapped. So I'm going to go meet this guy in the parking lot. And so I park and then he parks and he gets out. And I'm like in shock. This guy told me he was 5'7". He had to be like 4'8". Now I'm 5'3", so I'm short. But don't be lying saying you tall when like you're really short. But not to mention, his teeth looked like he had been eating butter for 6 years. I was like, I don't understand what is happening here. So we agree to go to a restaurant and I say, I'll drive behind you and meet you there. So he's driving so I can follow him to the restaurant. And guess what? I turned off to another side of the road and went home and blocked him.
Ladies, both of y'all was wrong.
Look.
She
said she ain't got time to be playing.
didn't even give him the opportunity to get dental floss, toothpaste, toothbrush.
Tell her whether he really had ate some butter or not.
No. Time to stretch himself out a few more
That's right.
inches.
Because you know what? He could have had some cheese popcorn. You know?
That stained his teeth.
Yeah, you know.
Look,
he could have been on his way to the date eating cheese popcorn.
Let me tell you something. Dental hygiene is everything to me. Like, I love arms, and the other thing that has to be right and tight is your dental hygiene. Just 2 weeks ago, I was at a music festival. I found out just someone way from back in the day, there was a couple and didn't know that they were divorced. I had asked him, I've seen him a couple of times out over the last year and a half. And I hadn't, this time I decided to ask, like, how your wife been? Because it's been a while. Do y'all still have this business, type of thing? How's things go? Oh, we divorced and all that. And I was like, oh, okay, well, let me move on. But I've always remembered about him. And I always used to laugh because I was like, I don't know how she married this dude way back then. And he always had such foul teeth. Like his teeth, his mouth was a young man. He was a handsome, physically, if he didn't ever open his mouth, he was handsome, really outgoing personality, sweet. All of that, hilarious, and he's one of those who laugh with his mouth wide open. And
It's always those ones that have their mouth wide.
And so I just assumed when I was like, I know he's had his teeth fixed, because there's no way I could have been married to this man for all this time, and none of that got addressed at all. This dude started talking to me, and I was like, I had to step back. My brother's like, why'd you move like that? I said, because the hygiene, and it's not that I was smelling breath. I didn't want to be close. It was really bad. It was just really, really bad. So I understand, like, if you eating with somebody, I couldn't even talk to you. I couldn't even look to you face to face and have a conversation, because the whole time I'm talking to this guy, I'm looking everywhere but in your face because I'm about to chuck, just looking at your mouth. And so I could see why I wouldn't have went to dinner with someone like that either. I wouldn't even been able to eat my food.
So you would have
so
just
nasty.
pulled off and...
You won't even get too much of my time if I see your mouth like that.
And now, in that instance, I think I probably would have did.
You would have pulled off.
I think I probably would have made a left turn too.
No, that's just nasty. Those ones
Yeah,
want to be all up in your face.
You got the little man with the buttery teeth.
The buttery teeth.
That
And
was
I did
cheese
have one guy
popcorn.
try to talk to me one day.
That was not
He was in
butter.
a big old truck. He was in a big old SUV, and he got out and jumped down. He was shorter than the SUV in my car. I'm in a car. This dude was shorter than my car. Girl, no. I couldn't. So when we talking about appearances, yes, I wouldn't been able to do it. You can't be shorter than me. I'm 5'3".
Hey.
Sorry,
Get off
brother.
the short brothers now.
Yeah. I need to be able to look up to you It may be just a little up. I don't know. I can't say. But no, you cannot be shorter than me and have a yuck mouth. Oh, no. Oh,
He
no.
was just trying to give himself a chance. He didn't want to give his height or whatever at the time. You know, he's like, I'm going to give myself a chance because if they get to know me, you know, maybe they'll overlook my height.
That's right.
So that's what he was probably thinking, but he forgot about the mouth.
But you know, last week we had some statistics on the dating app and what people put on their profiles. And that was one of the number one things that they said 61% of men lie about their height.
Oh, they do. And men are getting knee implants or these extenders now.
I've heard about
that.
that.
They're doing all of that to
Stretch
put
out
some
their
inches
height.
on. And it's sad because it's the same. It's really, honestly, the same thing that women do when they're doing all these enhancements to try to
Their
fit.
butt and all that.
Yeah,
You know?
to try to fit. So I feel bad for the brother because you can't. That's something you really can't help either. I mean, that's something you really can't. I mean, now you can. I guess they're doing knee enhancements, but it's painful. They say it's really, really, really painful.
And that's just a waste of
imagine
money,
that.
you know.
But somebody gonna like you the way
That's
you are.
right.
Yeah.
Just
That's
wait on that
right.
someone.
All you have to do is
great
get some.
things come in small packages.
That's right.
I'm small, but I still don't know that I can have a really small man.
Well, if he just
Lord.
bought some toothpaste and a brush,
Nope.
got his teeth clean, went to the dentist.
Yeah, if he's like if he has to do all that before we talk, like it's important. But I think you can find a man, just like I said, when Sister Girl married Brother Man all those years ago, I would have expected by now his mouth would have been on lock. She was fine with that. But then again, that was never a deal breaker in the first place for her. But you also didn't, help him progress orally over the years. You know what I'm saying? You just didn't. And I was like, so when I seen him,
because he didn't want to get it.
maybe. But he be dressed to the nines and he's always looked nice until that mouth opens. You just be like,
my
oh my
goodness.
God.
Say, just turn your back and talk to me.
Oh my God.
Turn your back and talk to me. Don't talk to me face to face. Just turn your back. I like looking at your back.
It's unhealthy.
I don't think that's disrespectful that you're not facing me, talking to me. Just turn your back.
That's back talk. Question number 3. Because y'all just rough. So what would you guys do if you was asked out on a date and the date asked you to go out to a car race? And when you got there, you found out that it wasn't NASCAR car race.
Ghetto street.
It was street car race. So would you, 1, join in on the racing, just say, hey, look, while I'm here, I might as well participate. Or that's 1. 2, would you go with the flow and say, hey, whatever happens, happens? Or would you 3, stay and wait a while and leave before 5-0? Popo, the policia show up. So would you 1, 2, or 3?
I'm too cheap for it.
Which one? You wouldn't even be her. So you would 4. You wouldn't even. You would. What you would take? You would take a
I would
Uber
have
back.
absolutely no interest in going to it. Now, if it was a NASCAR or something, I would have been interested in that. But I'm not putting my life at risk.
No, but you didn't know. You just
janky
said
car
you
race.
would go, and then once you got there, you realized that it wasn't like a NASCAR racing or anything like that.
We would stay for a very short while, and I would ask, if we could leave.
Okay, 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I would, I wouldn't be a Debbie Downer and be like, you gonna get me out of here. I don't roll flow like that anyway, but I would go once we're there because I didn't expect where we're going. So he took me somewhere, and I think he might have been trying to do something nice. And I would sit there for a brief moment, but I would be really ready to go. Because I feel like it's too dangerous, and the crowds be a little different and that type of stuff. So I'm not interested. It's not mine. Yeah. Nope. I would stay for a little while, and then I would be ready to go.
Okay.
Way before 5 even gets a hint.
Right. You'd leave. Yeah, you'd leave before the police showed up.
Not interested in that.
For me, I would say 3. I mean, it's like, hey, whatever happens, kind of happens. But I definitely want to be gone for the 5-0 gets there. I have more to lose than I have to gain in this type of situation. But I'm not downing the people if they want to be out there street racing. I'll be like, okay, because I'm like you. I'm a little adventurous too. So, you know what I'm saying? Kind of a little something to get your heart rate going. But you be like, hey, all right, hold up now. We better go, buddy. Because the police gonna be so we gotta get out before they go.
License plate numbers, so they gonna want me to be gone anyway.
Well, they don't want you there.
No. Officer, it was the yellow car.
Oh my goodness.
Goodness.
That would be your first and last date. No, but some people are bicycle riders, and I had this friend of mine who dated a guy that was in a bicycle club, and they did all kinds of wild stuff. She would tell me about. So yeah, when I asked that particular question to you ladies, that's what came in mind to me is bicycle riders. They wear the leather jackets, and they hang out with each other and travel from state to state. And she was telling me some wild stuff. So speaking of wild stuff, let's take a look at what this story time is about.
There's me, and then there's this girl named Sabrina, and I get invited out by her to go to a race. I don't know anything about NASCAR, but I'm not oblivious to the world. I've seen the movie Cars. I'll go. I'll just cheer for Lightning McQueen. You know what I mean? I'm going. She's gonna pick me up at 10. I'm like, 10? Like that? They be racing that late at night? And then she pulls into this racetrack gas station. This racetrack gas station has been taken over by a militia of very souped up, regular, fancy cars. I thought I was gonna see Lightning McQueen. So Sabrina, she's trying to calm me down. She's like, hey, you're good, calm down. We do this every other weekend. The cops, if they do show up, we all just kind of like scatter, and then we come back. But it's never like a cop. It's always like a security guy. It's never like a real cop. I'm like, okay, I don't know what that means. Cool. And next thing you know, all these cars, everybody just in tandem. I don't know if someone blew a whistle. I don't know if a group text went out. All of a sudden, all these cars, everybody just gets to the car, and we're all just going down the road. So then we pull in to in between these warehouses, and then people are kind of parking on the side. They're making this loop, and they start lining up side by side. And I'm thinking, oh snap, that's about to be the hot girl that comes out with the heels, with the little bandana, with the with the bosoms, and then she's gonna go ready, set, go. That's what I'm thinking about to happen. But no, that didn't happen. Just some dude with a flashlight. He would kind of hold the flashlight up and move it down, and then the cars will race. So me and Sabrina, we're sitting on her hood, and we're watching the cars go by. And then Sabrina's like, she told me she's about to go race. She was basically telling me to get in. I'm like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to be in the car when you going that fast. You know what I mean? So she's like, all right, just don't move. I'll be right back. I'm like, cool. So I'm chilling right there with her friends, right? She leaves. A few minutes later, the fake cop comes, right? So everybody's scattering and everything. But when I see the cop car, I see 3 more behind it. And then more cops came from the other way. Now, these ain't no security. This shit said Dallas PD.
With police cracking down on street racing tonight, you'll see the tire marks from this starting point for count.
It was a whole, everything but a helicopter was there, bro. Everything but a helicopter showed up.
Police were ready, making arrests for racing and trespassing. Officers impounded fines.
So everybody's running to their cars. The car I came in is racing. I see her go on the road, she's just drive, it's gone. Out of nowhere, Sabrina comes around this like little alleyway. And he's like, get in. I'm like, oh shit. We're following in the crowd, right? But a cop comes and he gets right behind Sabrina. So now we are in a full-fledged police chase, and I ain't gonna lie. I started crying a little bit. I thought I was going to prison, and I'm not built for prison. I was in home ec in high school. I wasn't in shop. Okay, I baked cakes. I was in band. I'm not built for prison. I played the French horn, dog. The French horn. I'm freaking out. I'm like, just pull over. Like, let me out. She's like, let you out. I'm like, just go fast. I don't know. Bro, she was hauling. We're going down this alley, and then people have their trash cans out, like in the back alley, so the truck can like pick them up the next morning or whatever. And I swear to God, she's hitting every trash can. It started like she was doing it on purpose. So as she's hitting the trash cans, she's getting mad that like they're hitting her car. I'm like, bro, the trash cans ain't doing nothing wrong. The trash can's supposed to be there. We ain't supposed to be in a high-speed chase. And Dallas PD ain't like a ways behind us. Dallas PD is on the back rear bumper of the car, sirens blaring, and we're just speeding down this alleyway. You ever been in the passenger seat of a car and they're about to do something stupid, or they're texting or something, and like a stop sign's coming up and they haven't slowed down, so you kind of press on your fake brake? You know what I mean? I was doing that the entire time. My leg was so sore from pressing on the fake brake. I'm like holding the dash. I'm like holding like the top. I'm just screaming and everything. And what was pissing me off the most about this high-speed chase and the trash cans flying over the car is just the fact that she didn't turn the radio down. If you're in a high-speed chase, turn the radio down. I need to turn the radio down so I can like see where I'm going. And on top of that, we're not even listening to like a police chase song. We were listening to The Weeknd. The Weeknd. I ain't trying to hear The Weeknd before I go to prison. We get to like a main road, right? We get lost like into like the traffic, right? And the Dallas PD is just kind of like back in the mix. I'm thinking, it's done. Like that's the night. It's a wrap. So we're driving. I said, hey, where are we going? This girl says, the next spot. The next spot. Girl, we are wanted fugitives from the law. We are America's most wanted. We are criminals right now. We got to go get our face reconstructed. I got to get a passport. I can't. To the next spot. We went to the next spot. It was a great time. I'm pretty sure I'm in a gang now, I think. I might be in a gang. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No. That person likes chaos. I don't like chaos. That's why I was ready to go. As soon as we pulled up and I seen where we were at, I was like, this is not for me.
Oh my
goodness.
Now listen, I want to say that a lot of these story times are alleged, but this one in particular, he has a little extra news, splashing and people and
oh gosh. Now they gonna come looking for him. Like, yeah, he got the information
Guilty
we
by
need.
Association.
That's right.
Something
It was
popped
you.
off.
I'm telling you.
So I hope he just found that little police clip and threw it in there on his own. Because if not, he want to go to jail.
Oh my! Or hopefully this was 10 years ago and the statute of limitations wore out or something.
Something need to happen. Baby.
Oh my goodness! Well,
It's a no for me.
that's a no. So, yeah, you guys were wrong. Both of y'all gonna be broke at the end of this show. He actually stayed. It's number 2.
Yeah.
And he just went with the flow, and whatever happened. And so, yeah, that's interesting. But I don't think they're together because he told the story as if it was something that happened in the past.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it sound like that was
Value
past.
your life. I hope
That's
you would let
right.
them go.
Because like he said, he played the French horn.
He was in home ec.
He
That's
was
right.
not in the woodworkers class.
He ain't made for prison now. Well, we would like for you guys to stay tuned for a little announcement.
Calling all lovers in disguise. Do you have a secret crush? Have you been holding on to that juicy little secret that you're dying to spill? Whether it's your best friend, coworker, or someone totally unexpected, if you're bold enough to dare to be different, we want your story. Come reveal your crush on the Gossup podcast. Let the world hear your heart, and who knows, maybe love will find you on air. Slide into our DMs or email us at info@thegossup.com.
Well, thank you guys for watching us. I hope that you enjoyed the gossip and all of the things that comes with this particular show. We really, really, really would love to hear from you guys. Comment, drop us a note, hit that notification button, stay here for the replay, and let us know. Yeah, we would love to hear from you. But I have one last video that we're just gonna go out on. So stay up with the gossip. That's right. And that's it for today's episode of The Gossup. If today's conversations got you thinking, drop a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and turn those notifications on so that you won't miss an episode. Until next time, stay up with the gossip.